absurdity in RPG font. I got brahies behind creased cardboard, but you don't pull up chairs for humor, do you? You shouldn't miss this guy Cuthris. He shakes a stone, there's Light Eldritch compelling you, the viewers, to hit the merch store. 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 Walnut's Grove is gone, which sucks for a druid. Plus mail is strong, but nuts wise into it. Sigils on the cave wall stabbed like daggers. She took wolf form and she howled aloud. She bit at Cuthris and she snapped her snout. And by her instincts led you to the merch store. Hit the merch store. Hit the merch store. Hit the merch store. Hit the merch store. Rosie, she's shopped there before. All her grandkids get gifts from this store. Little halflings with their kingpins playing footloose. I've seen them picnic beneath the stars, wearing their bright dark magic scarves. It's a one-stop shop for birthdays at the merch store. Hit the merch store. Hit the merch store. Hit the merch store. Hit the merch store.
Denard's a paladin, dragonborn, who treats everybody else with scorn. But you know that they all deserve it, don't you? He gains entitlement from bits, or so Jerry claims, so I guess it fits. And they both expect you all to hit the merch store.
Hit the merch store. Hit the merch store. Hit the merch store. Hit the merch store. Maybe there are gods beyond whose tendrils shift their waking pawns, but Jerry kinda seems like he has got this. Except the times when the phones light up and ideas arise, then outright erupt, and Jerry's gone, volcanic cursed Rothfuss. What now, Rothfuss? Come on, Rothfuss. Ignore Rothfuss. Gosh darn Rothfuss. Dang it, Rothfuss. My game, Rothfuss. Go home, Rothfuss.
Shut up,
Rothfuss. Flippin' Rothfuss. Let's not do this. Hit the merch store. Hit the merch store. Folks say to be the very best, you gotta travel across the land. But I'm happy here at pretty good, just out walking with my friends. So you can fly from coast to coast for all the antics events. But my destiny's here in Tennessee, my Pokédex in hand. You run your laps chasing picky tongues in Providence, and you arc your throws for Electabuzz in St. Louis. But when you're lost in Boston seeking Pokestops, boo-hoo, we'll all still be spinning them up on Rocket Top. It's true. Well, you can race to catch 'em all and fall flat on your face. We'll hatch our Togepi's here in Tennessee at our own predestined pace. We don't need tanglers from Los Angeles. If you're there chasing Charizard, you're making your life way too hard. Clutching garlic, pounding pavement down Ventura Boulevard. We don't need Nidoqueens from down New Orleans. I hate to rain on solo you, but parades need a willing crew. All those squirtles on St. Charles saw you wandering and withdrew. Well, you can race to catch 'em all and fall flat on your face. We'll hatch our Togepi's here in Tennessee at our own predestined pace. We don't need Lapras from Minneapolis or polar bears from Mississippi's. There's enough Weedles on Monteagle. We could evolve a swarm of Beedrill. There's enough Snubble down to Shovel. We could team Sled with Grumble. We don't need Oregon from out in Oregon or any Pikachus from up in Massachusetts. Sorry, Professor Oklahoma, we'll raid gyms in Tullahoma. Sorry, Pokecoin Palooka, we'll hatch on hikes in Chattanooga. Well, you can race to catch 'em all and fall flat on your face. We'll hatch our Togepi's here in Tennessee at our own predestined pace. Well, you can race to catch 'em all and fall flat on your face. We'll hatch our Togepi's here in Tennessee at our own predestined pace. The summer is past, but your days keep growing longer. There's no wind in your sails, but the storm's blowing stronger. Walking hard, standing tall, keeping your head up through it all. Fighting fires, spinning plates. Goodness, how did it get so late? Down and dream. Lay your head down and dream. Lay your head down and dream. Lay your head down and just dream. Let your mind flow downstream. Sprawled out in a moonbeam. Lay your head down and dream. Joe Hills is filmed before a live streaming audience.
That's us! Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee, and tonight, y'all are my live streaming audience. Welcome, everyone, to this evening's entertainment. We are playing on the Hermitcraft 7 server. Who else is online right now? Well, you know what? I have to have the overlay enabled to show that. It's just me and B Zuma at the moment, although I think he's AF Buzz, which means away from Buzzboard right now. No, he's... But it says... I don't know, maybe he put one of those sipping birds on his keyboard or something to keep him awake. Or, I don't know, sometimes he can't sleep. But, yeah, he should be grayed out if he's actually AFK. But, anyway, if you've never seen a Joe Hill stream before, here's how things work. I am actually recording my upcoming Hermitcraft episode live while I stream. So y'all are going to get to be in the live streaming audience, just like if you were, like, on set for, or in the audience for, like, a recording of The Tonight Show or I Love Lucy. How many people here have ever been in the live audience for I Love Lucy? I figure, you know, mostly people who are from New York or LA. I don't know where I Love Lucy was filmed. Probably should figure that out. That's gonna bother me. Let's go ahead and Google where was I Love Lucy filmed. Hollywood Center Studios. Okay. 846 Cahuenga Boulevard in Hollywood. Later renamed Desilu Studios. Okay, so probably not New York then. Dueling Bison, thank you for the 5, who says, wasn't able to tip during the earlier stream, but wanted to let you know I really enjoyed listening to it. Thanks, Joe. Well, thank you, Dueling Bison. That puts us $5 away from our next face camera expansion. For those of y'all who missed it, we did another snapshot build contest stream with the amazingly talented Manta DeRay providing our musical guest. The KJ Draw says, are you wearing those chains today? Those only show up when the Jost does. We are 2 face camera expansions in. We are not Jost expansions in. I am wearing my chroma key tank top under my flannel fleece. Yeah. Okay. So, what are we doing? We are trying to record the closing out of this next episode. Glad you got to hang out with your friends, NJ. Is Rudolph on the sleigh? Well, it's spelled S-L-I-E-G-H. I'm eventually going to get to it. Okay, so, core concept. Here is our gingerbread parthenon we had been working on. Now, one of the things I was really keeping in mind was I was trying to make sure that it would look good right when you came out of the portal. But now, it's almost entirely obstructed. However, I am so excited that literally anyone else decided to build here that we are way ahead. Way ahead. I don't know who decided to build this, but it is a Christmas District miracle. I thought it was just going to be me and Tango and Cleo and, like, 7/8 of an iJevin. It would be an iJevy. So, I'm so happy that somebody else added to it. But I do need to keep in mind that's going to affect how I need to think about how the build is viewed. Because I was really previously worried about how it was going to look from, like, right here. But that's now out of play, right? That is no longer an immediate concern. Yeah, and of course, Cub Fan building a snow cube. Oh, my hair is just, like, not great. Okay, that's fine. Okay. So, let's see. Yeah, I am wearing my headlights tonight. That's true. So, I am actually really pleased about this house. This is a great bit of architecture, and it feels so homey. It's not complete yet. I don't know who built it. So, you know, maybe this is spoilers, maybe not. But you know what? There's no such thing as spoilers when it comes to the holidays. So we've got this great high-ceilinged living room here. But it almost seems like there's an extra room in the back. No, I guess there wouldn't be. Nope, this is just going to be it. But yeah, this is a really nice house. Yeah, it's hard to tell from the style. Whoops. I'm just going to go sit in this pit now. Womp womp. Oh, boy. Could be Wells, maybe. I don't know. The problem is, sometimes when I haven't had caffeine for a while, I drink all the caffeine between when I set up the stream and, like, when the stream starts. Luckily, for events like that, I do have some extra bottled water here that I can pour into my sippy cup. There we go. Okay. Because we can't take a hydration break 16 minutes into the stream. We haven't even set up the stream yet. But I just really needed that much Red Bull and orange juice, so... Oh no, I've almost drank all the water too. Well, that was... Okay, maybe... I'm starting to wonder if I was maybe dehydrated going into this. Vidmaster says, you still making nasty Red Bull screwdrivers. It's only a screwdriver if it has alcohol in it. The Red Bull and orange juice is just to make the Red Bull taste slightly better. There's no alcohol. Whew. But... the problem is Costco stopped selling 2-liter bottles of Coca-Cola. And so... like, there's not good caffeine options for this time of night. Okay. So... anyway, what we were... coffee takes too long to make because I have to clean out the coffee stuff from the morning. And I usually do most of my kitchen cleaning in the evening after the stream. Hermitcraft Animation says, if Red Bull needs orange juice to taste good, why drink it? Because I have digestive issues, and basically every other energy drink, like, just makes me sick for hours. And I have categorically tested all of them. Now, I stopped about 3 years ago because I was like, how much of my time do I want to spend testing energy drinks and then being sick for hours? And so maybe the newer ones don't. But yeah, like, Red Bull is like, it tastes terrible, but for whatever reason, whatever's in it doesn't make me sick the way other energy drinks do. Even though a lot of them taste way better. So... so, yeah. That's the thing, is, like, when you have, like, weird stomach problems, you end up optimizing around what causes you to not lose hours at a time, rather than what tastes good. Okay, don't do weird stuff with caps. It's hard for me to skim the chat when you do that. So... here's what I'm thinking, is maybe we do need to cause these to spiral upwards over time. Swamp Fox says, why are there no new Hermitcraft vids anywhere? Go to youtube.com. There's Hermitcraft videos. I don't know what you consider new or not, but, like, we've put out several Hermitcraft videos within the last year. Whew. Okay. Christmas with my daughter went well. We opened up all the presents, and, it was nice. Like, it's weird, like, because the big thing that she wanted this year was a trip somewhere, and I got her some Switch games and stuff, too, that were kind of expensive, so there wasn't as much stuff to unwrap this year as there had been in previous years. Like, I was kind of worried because I was, like, looking under the tree, and I'm like, this doesn't look great. But she was really excited, so it was good. And we're going to not be able to take the trip, of course. Okay. Who's this person telling people to watch things? That's spam. That's a ban. Okay. Yeah, she knows what Pokemon are. She actually got a book on how to draw Pokemon she's excited about. She drew 3 Pokemon. She drew a Charmander, a Pikachu, and a Clefairy, and they were all really good. What games did she get? I got her Fuser and the original Hyrule Warriors. Since we had played the Breath of the Wild Hyrule Warriors, doing the base game one seemed like a good, logical thing. So what I'm kind of trying to figure out is how I can do better with these. And what I'm thinking I need to do is actually set them up as a prototype somewhere else. And maybe see how they go, how they look there. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set up a thing here. Yeah, we messed around with Fuser a lot today. It was pretty interesting. Kyla Rainicorn wants to know about the thing in the corner. Well, I've got a whole thing for that, so why don't I just put that on now?
.30 p.m. the usual streaming setup. Turn on the lights, make sure they're bright and gleam. Title and tweet for water tank top and chroma. OBS seems all set, so I click start the streaming. So I'll pause, fold in, and open VLC. I'll pick 2 songs before lay your head down and dream. I'll say that's us to y'all, Joe Hills from Tennessee. Full testing, when will my stream begin? After howdy, it's items and chest tools breaking. Pickaxe went poof while talking to you professional Minecrafter here, there's no mistaking. So I'll click crafting quick anvil time enchant pick, then I'll replace the books in a random chest with care. I'll tour my winery, I'm sure there's blocks somewhere, and then I'll hush and hush and hush and hush chat swear. Not any closer to recording.
It's too high.
Folks keep asking and asking and asking and asking, when will my stream begin? Seriously, y'all, I need to record this next episode I've been working toward. I can't edit without footage, no. Once I'm all geared up, maybe we can start the show.
Okay, so we're going to land on this. We're going to remove that setting up stream thing. Okay, and what we're going to do, I realized I put these up one too high. So we're going to pull all these out. Remove that, remove that, remove that. Pick up all of these. Okay, the stream just got set up. You are not late. Okay, so that means that this one would be one like that, then one there, then one there, then one there. Okay, and then these then would come across like so. Dang it. Yeah, you can enchant shears. You can enchant anything if you really put your mind to it. You know, like, so many people internalize this sense of powerlessness and lack of agency. And you need to stand up proudly and proclaim, I am. You know? A bush did that, and it got into the Bible, so... Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put these in here like so, and then... No, wait. So that one moves up, and then these go here, and then this goes here. Okay. We are working on an alternate pillar scheme here. Does that sell? Peppermint sticks. You can only send bits to people who sign contracts with Amazon. Okay. Any reason we aren't testing on a creative world? Because we don't need a creative world to test peppermint pillars? Okay. The big thing is that it doesn't look uniform. Right? It does not look like this. See, the problem is this looks too uniform. Okay. So, what we're going to do is we're going to come back here. We're going to explain that this looks too uniform. And then we're going to go to our testing area. The reason not to do this in a separate world also is because if we did it in a separate world, we can't just fly from where we are here over to here and show, here's our alternate candy canes. Okay, so this is actually the perfect place to stand for this shot. Can I get these llamas to face forward? That would really save me a lot of hassle, but okay, now. Start recording. Face camera off. Okay, Hermitcraft Season 7, Episode 58, Segment Foxtrot, Take 1. And action. Well, folks, since I logged off last, some snow seems to have fallen on our Parthenon. But you know what? That's okay. On the whole, I'm really happy with the shape and the curve. Not... Take 2. That was terrible. And action. Since we last saw our Parthenon, some snow has fallen upon its roof, but the truth is, on the whole, I think it looks well. It looks good, it looks great, but the peppermint sticks are not ideal. There is just a little bit too much kind of repetition to those pillars. So I've been thinking about this, and considering some of the other peppermint sticks in the area, and I realized what I wanted to do was to create kind of a sense of a spiral that kind of continues over time. I started workshopping this here. In the very least, this doesn't look as uniform. You know what? Maybe it doesn't sell peppermint as well. But I think when we get 17 of these together, it will still work. Also, in other news, not only did CubFan create this little, I don't know, Apollo landing thing. What would you even call that? Splashdown module? But someone else started building this whole little holiday lodge here. Don't know who worked on it yet, but it is looking good. So keep an eye out for other Hermit's videos for a cool holiday build there. Look for screenshots or thumbnails or whatever. Just watch everybody. Watch everybody. It'll be great. Anyway, core concept. I want to start pulling these pillars, or pilling these pullers. No, that's not right. Until we get these looking good in the neighborhood. Time skip. Okay, stop recording. Face camera back on. We're going to do quick hop. Wait, there's a bed here. Okay. Yeah, we're working on a gingerbread parthenon. Okay, let's take these off. That thing is a little tight. It's funny, like, even though my hair might not be laying that great, it actually doesn't look that bad. That's good. Okay. Well, the thing is, it's a parthenon. You can't really curve it. There's not parthenons in there's not really curves in the original parthenon. So we are kind of working within the confines of that. So let's go ahead and start this one here. Is that how we want to do this? No. I think what we want to do is actually move the whole thing up one. Dang it. That's not moving the whole thing up. Okay. So that one goes like that. And now we're going to have 2 down here. And that's going to be offset like this. Yeah, this is going to work, okay? Just be patient. This will be okay. It's going to be okay. That's what's going to happen. Everything's okay. Yeah. Hey, Alex C., thank you for the $2. That is going to put us $3 away from our next face camera expansion. Yes. Thank you very much. That is our second tip of the evening. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and wipe that out. That's going to be right. But then we'll put this here and this here. Yeah. This is just uneven enough that I think over time it creates a good sequence. Then we're back to there. So every 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the same. That feels right to me. I guess that makes sense because there's 5 positions. And that's just basic mathematics. So this one here should look like that one, which is the inverse. So this is the one where all of them are wrong. Go me. I can do it. But then this one here, it's going to have 2 of them there, and then, yeah. So let's see how that looks on the front alone. Yeah, that already makes that look way more visually interesting there. It feels more makeshift candy in a really good way. Hey, CJ, who writes, there are 6 swirls of candy cane separation. Can you confirm that's the same CJ who sent us that package today? There was only one thing for me in that package. Do you know what it was? Correct. Okay, I'm gonna just real quickly, don't actually moderate anything, but I'm just gonna flag you as a moderator so I know that you're you. Okay. Wait, that actually should have stayed that. That is absolutely correct. You are absolutely my actual brother. So good job on your lineage. May it bring you many happy returns. Oh, by the way, Corinne really liked the Pokemon book. Noah tips too, who says, "Hi, I'm glad I made it. I love the videos. Thank you, Noah. That puts us $1 away from the next face camera expansion." But yeah, CJ, my Corinne really liked the Pokemon book. She did Charmander and Pikachu and Clefairy so far, and she was just like, "This is so good," because she had like a Pokemon encyclopedia that she used to try and draw them out of. But she's like, this one makes it so much easier because it shows you the steps. Alex C, thank you for the $1. That puts us evenly at our next face camera expansion. So here we go. It's time to expand. And thank you very much as well to Leo the Leaf. That is going to put us $1 past our next face camera expansion, 19 away from the next one. So, yeah, and since we just hit that, I'll go ahead and put my festive headgear back on here. Which, once again, it does have 4 lights. You can't see all of them because one of them is green. But there are 4 lights. That's one of the reasons I don't leave it on. They don't stay on great. The thing is, they go exactly where the headphones go. And between the headphones and my glasses, it's a rough thing to combine them all. Okay. But yeah, I was gonna take you some pictures of those. Sorry about that big oof with the headphones there. I apologize, y'all. That is not professional. This is why in Frasier he had somebody helping him put his headphones on. Okay, so that is going to go up one here. Snap off the ends and tape them on top of the headphones, but then I wouldn't be able to wear them without the headphones, and that would not be ideal either in different ways. Okay. Let's make some snow blocks out of all these random snow. Okay. So, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is working. Okay. But yeah, I did sample that Jefferson's Ocean. It is pretty good. I'm going to be enjoying that during our rap parties, probably after the streams. Since Corinne is out of school, I can stay up a little bit later each night. So, no, I do appreciate that, CJ. Because basically, what I had left in the house was, I had a bottle of wine set aside for Christmas Eve, one set aside for Christmas Day, and one of champagne for New Year's Eve. So, yeah. It's just one of those things, though, where it's like, with everything going on, making an extra stop anywhere has just been, like, one of those things where I'm like, ugh, I just don't want to deal with the risk. It's like, you know, I just don't want the one thing that I do for myself to be, like, the thing that it's like, well, and that's how I got sick. Whoops. Yay, single parenting, where every risk you could possibly take ever is just, like, stressful. Yeah, my chest is in the spirit world. Ta-da. It's very stretchy. They age it on a boat that sails around the world. Yeah, I saw that on the bottle, and I thought, how is that better? Why is aging your whiskey on a boat better than just aging it in a barrel somewhere? I didn't have time to look that up. There are 5 Hills siblings in my immediate family. But my dad had 9 siblings, and so there are like 50-plus Hills cousins in my generation. Wait, no, this can't be right. Hold on. This should have been 2 of these. Oops. Different temperatures and climates expand and contract the bourbon multiple times. But like, the thing is, the changing of the seasons in Tennessee does that. Like, for Dickel and Daniels already. I mean, okay, I'll need to look into it more. I'm just saying I'm a little skeptical. Someone says it makes it more worldly. Somebody else says it makes it sit better when you're drunk because it's already used to shifting side to side. Okay. I mean, it's a fun gimmick. I'm not saying that I'm like upset or disappointed. It's a neat concept. I'm just kind of sure. I'm not sure where the neat concept ends and where the practicality begins. But with the boat out on the ocean, it's rocking you to sleep. The water's deep and dark. Inside this ancient heart, there's barrels full of the whiskey. Yeah, apparently. Okay, so. La da 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 da. Okay. It also just seems really risky in terms of, like, piracy and stuff. But, you know, whatever. Maybe it's to make it sound posh. Yeah, maybe. I mean, it might also let them avoid a bunch of tax laws. Like, they might just be like, well, we say it's for the flavor, but really, we save a ton of money, and we pass 1/5 of it on to you. Okay. Pirates only drink rum, so it's fine. I'm not sure if that stereotype holds up these days. Some of that stuff's a little bit dated. Okay, this thing's about to snap off again, so I'm just gonna... Okay. Yeah, you don't need to own a cellar. That's gotta be a little bit of a savings, but once again, I'm not sure how much. Crewing a boat does cost money. Let's go take a look at how this appears from here. Whoops. Killing me. Really. Oh, well. We do need to go get more food. Okay. I mean, I think on the whole, it definitely looks better. Red Rags 7 says, Davy Jones liquor. That's a pretty good one. Yeah, we age this in barrels that we sink to the bottom of the ocean. We save a ton of money on crew. Yeah, what we do is we sink it, and then somewhere that nobody knows where it is, and then we then we rent a submarine to go down and pick it up with a claw. There's... My dad is always telling me, he's like, Joe, if you ever get any real investment ideas, let me know. And it's like, I need to call him up and be like, Dad, I got it. Davy Jones liquor. How late is it there? It's too late. It's too late to call him. I've never, like, called somebody live on stream on speakerphone. But, like, that seems like the way to do it. Because he's always like, Joe, you're starting a business. Is there something that, like, if I gave you money for, I could get money back on that investment? And I'm like, no. That's not how any of this works. And he's like, okay, so, like, what if I gave you money to make more music? And I'm like, I lose money on all the music. I give my brother Sean, who you know, hundreds of dollars per song, and then I make back a few $100s per album, which is composed of many songs. And then he's like, how do you make money off that? And I'm like, people give me money at random times, but it's not like I can prove it's because of the album, but sometimes they seem to like the music. So there's nothing where you could just, like, give me money and then get a return on it, because it doesn't, none of this works that way. But, like, if I called him up with this Davy Jones liquor thing, and I was like, okay, so here's what I need. I need about $3,000 worth of liquor. And what we're going to do is we're going to put in barrels. And we're going to sink them in the ocean. And then I need $15,000 to rent a submarine. He's going to be like, no, I'm going to stop you there. That's actually worse than everything else. He would not go for that. Oh. Attach it to buoys. You attach it to buoys, somebody else is going to pull it up. That's way worse. What did we even come back in here for? I feel like, oh yeah, we ran out of pork chops. So we're going to get some of our Tango pork chops. How do you ensure the quality of the liquor? We don't. It's half salt water. You can deal with that yourself. That's your problem. We make that your problem and pass the savings on to you. Oh, this is a great idea. Oh. We buy the barrels and sink them in our own lake, therefore it still counts as Tennessee whiskey. Yeah, if we charcoal filter it and age it in Tennessee. I mean, those lakes are pretty big. I mean, you could do it. This is a great idea unless you care about making back your money. If you're looking to waste $30,000 on a gag, which I cannot afford to do, this is a great $30,000 joke. But yeah, we're not the Cards Against Humanity people where people will just give us $500,000 to dig a hole. Like... How much would each serving have to cost to break even? The submarine rental is really where they get you. Because submarine rentals are really costly. I was reading about them in that Ian Urbana Outlaw Ocean book for the Tropicraft, what do you call it? Love Tropics stream. Yeah, submarine rentals are not cheap. How do you lift a barrel? One leg at a time. No, I don't know. Yeah, you would need to get the barrels back out. I think in some ways, the barrels might actually come out of the water relatively easily. The problem is you might need to anchor them down. I think that whiskey in an oak barrel might be lighter than the surrounding water, especially because there is going to be some air in there to give them room to expand and contract. Yeah, so you need to anchor the barrels down. Now, the thing is, though, in real life, outside of this zany business idea, those barrels actually do spring leaks and need to be cared for over time as they expand and contract. So, like, there are inspectors who walk around these warehouses where these barrels of whiskey actually age who have to put patches on them. And so that's your big problem, is most of your barrels would break. Russia sold submarines to Pepsi for soft drinks. How much could they really cost? Yeah, here's the thing, though, is when Russia sends submarines to Pepsi, they're not sending their best submarines. I need to bring this to Shark Tank. Hey, Captain Moose. Welcome, Raiders. My name is Joe Hills. I'm broadcasting live from Nashville, Tennessee. We are currently building a Gingerbread Parthenon here on the Hermitcraft server, which is a vanilla invite-only server to which I do not control the invites. I am a little bit distracted because my brother bought me a Christmas present that we are discussing right now. Dang it. He got me a bottle of liquor or whiskey where the gimmick is that it's aged on a ship that sails around the world. And someone in the chat proposed that what we should do is we should make a competing drink called Davy Jones liquor, where we just sink the barrels while they age. Melanie York says, here's your first 5 toward Davy Jones liquor. This is going to get me flagged on YouTube, Melanie York. Let's maybe not say that the money is going toward business ideas that would require, like, federal licensure. Just as a favor to me. But thank you. I do appreciate the 5. That is going to put us 4 away from our next Face Gamer expansion. Mark Jensen says, bringing up buoys you don't own carries a $500 fine. Yeah, but the thing is, the value of a single barrel of whiskey is like 13 grand. So there's one of those, like, cost of doing business things where it would be safer to have a better plan than trusting people to follow the law. Okay. Build your own submarine. You know, that's the sort of thing, like, if I could really, you know, like, this is one of those things, like, if I really could afford an actual production space with, like, a garage, going full red-green and, like, duct taping lawnmowers together to make submarines would be a very good direction to go in the long term. But yeah. Okay. There's somebody sending scotch into space? Really? I didn't know that. Dang it. Okay, Yurgi, if you haven't watched the Red Green Show, I really recommend it. So it's a Canadian show about some handy folks. It's technically, it takes place in a possum lodge, which is like a play on like a moose or elk or Masonic lodge. But one of the like guy who's in charge of the lodge is always doing stuff like, I always thought it would be cool to have one of those Humvees, but they're so expensive. Turns out it's a lot cheaper, so just buy two 20-year-old Volvos and duct tape them together. So let's see what we can do with that. And he's like, well, the thing is, you got two options here. You can let one of them do the motoring for both of them, or you can find a way to connect the gas pedals on each, so when you press the accelerator on the one you're sitting in, it presses the accelerator on both of them. Now, the show is insane. Yeah, we can sink old cargo vans with barrels in them. Honestly, the way to actually do this would be shipping containers. We would find a way to sink and retrieve shipping containers full of barrels of bourbon. Yeah, and one of their mottos was, if the ladies can't find you handsome, they can at least find you handy. What was their lodge motto was something like, Quando omni fluncus moratatis, which I think is like, when all else fails, play dead. But, for the Possum Lodge, that's a sound thing. Yeah, if we paint the submarine chroma green, nobody can see it. Oh, this almost lines up, y'all. This is one block off of lining up. I'm just going to have this one be the only one like this. That we're going to keep the original design for that one block. Rent a bunch of moving pods, lose them, and age the barrels inside those. The thing is that you have to pay if you lose the moving pods. You can just buy the shipping containers outright. Okay. We are an hour into the stream, and this is looking pretty good. I thought I was going to need quartz to kind of pull this thing together, but, honestly, the gingerbread kind of works out without it. I mean, Microsoft is syncing shipping container data centers and maintaining claim to them. People can't just salvage those. So, Galdavik, quoting Red Green Show, tip in 5, that's actually going to put us $1 past our next... Wait, no, sorry. We were at 9, so that... no. We were at 7. 7 plus 5 is 11. No. We were at 6. 6 plus 5 is 11. I'm really tired, you guys. I had a long day. Okay, so we are 9 away for the next face camera expansion. Galdavik, though, says, quoting the Red Green Show, this was another one of their mottos. I'm a man, but I can change if I have to, I guess. I don't know if I can do that with a Canadian accent. I'm a man, but I can change if I have to, I guess. That's the best Canadian accent I can do. Okay. Welcome back, Shaco Ram. Okay, so if we fly up here to Jevon's thing, how does it look from there? Yeah, that clearly looks much better. Yeah. Grant says, Etho, is that you? Etho, can you hear me? Yeah, okay. Keep your stick on the ice was another good... There's so many good lines from that show. Yeah, the trick is what we should do is put our shipping container full of whiskey barrels underneath the data center Microsoft's going to sync. And then pay the same people, like, while you're there, can you pick up this one too? Hey, it's Tango. Howdy, Tango. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this feels good. It feels like a decent build. I'm regretting kind of putting it so far back now that we have something big in the foreground. Okay. Da dun da dun da dun da dun. Bum bum dun dun. Yeah, Microsoft's always buying companies. Maybe we could just get them to buy us out. We don't even have to wait and pull it up. We can just make that their problem. And then they can sell it to Facebook. Lauren says if the design repeats every 6 and there's an even number of stripes, it cannot be one stripe off. Well, there's 34 pillars. So, I think it can be off. Because in the pattern repeats every 5 blocks. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this would have been 5, but then 5 is actually there. So technically this is, yeah, not every even number is a multiple of the blocks in the sequence. Red Dog says they can track whales underwater. I mean, they know where Wales is because it still hasn't been able to break off from England. Even after they made that dam and everything. You know, they're just stuck. So, like, yeah, even though, like, the undersea continental shelf part of Wales might be underwater, you know, if you could find, like, Cardiff, you can generally look at the rest of it and go, oh, there it is. Rex says if Tesla can make tequila, Microsoft can make a whiskey. And then donates part of the proceeds to fight software piracy. Yeah, I don't really want to help Microsoft in their latest crusade. But I am glad you made it, Rex. We are just hanging out here. I kind of randomized this a little bit. Now, the question is, do I want to keep these the same? This is in the Holiday District. Captain Moose says, Joe, your bits button isn't showing for me. I don't think I have a bits button. I've got a collar button. And that's hard to see. That's not showing either, because it's like the same color as the flannel. And then I've got like a first button here. That's also hard to see. It's barely showing, but like if I pinch my fingers around it, you can see it. But none of these, like, here's my third button. That's not really, none of these are really bits buttons. No, I don't have a blitz button. Don't really have a land army. Okay. Ooh. So, boy, for just chugging a Red Bull, it's just been a long week. Why don't I have a sub button? We were just talking about it. Renting a submarine would be like $15,000. That's like the crux of this whole thing. Plus, the bourbon would be like 13 grand a barrel. So we need to have a way to make the bourbon or the whiskey. We need a way to submerge it. We could just drop it off a boat to submerge it, but really to anchor it and to retrieve it, we might need a submarine. Okay. Okay, so somebody says use drones. I'm not sure that that's the best way. Yeah, the sub wouldn't be that expensive. The sub wouldn't actually be the most expensive part of this. Don't spam emoji. What are you doing there? And your... Yeah. If your channel icon is weird and the first thing you do is spam emoji, that's going to be a ban. Not a timeout. Okay. Grant Bomber says, I work for a gin distillery. Awesome. Why don't we just build an underwater bunker? Because I don't know if it would count as Davy Jones liquor at this point. At that point. Retrieve via scuba tours. Consumers have to dive down and get their own barrel. Yeah, there we go. You know, so here's the thing, is on the interior, we have the option, we have these pillars here. I'm just so tired. Yeah, we're selling an experience. Davy Jones liquor isn't just about the bottle. It's about the difficulties you experience while retrieving your own barrel. Yeah. How many pillars are inside here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 16. So we're going to run into some of the same issues with, like, it's not going to come out even here. But it's going to be better than nothing, probably. Yeah, this already feels better. Okay. Dang it. We should probably take a hydration break. We're about 78 minutes in. And I have already gone through both my primary beverage and my emergency bottled water, which has been sitting here for weeks. I very rarely need the emergency bottled water. So, yeah, we made really good burritos for dinner. We don't get time to make them properly, but like there's a little bit of salt in those. So I think my body's just like, no, hydrate me now. So we're going to put that hydration break sign up. We are going to go over here to our thanks thing and see who we should thank today. Why don't we go ahead and thank Mother of Corgis. And we're going to go ahead and play a song I wrote called Lectern Full Cauldron, and I will be right back after this hydration break.
I want a girl who will mine for her diamonds. I want a girl who can sort a chest. I want a girl with shears that cut and swords that burn through zombie flesh. I want a girl who knows world generation, who crafts furrows and times her attack. She's modding her community. She's flying through the air. She's smelting out impurities and feeding her cat. I want a girl with a lectern and a full cauldron. I want a girl who logs in early. I want a girl who plays till late. I want a girl with unobstructed creativity who uses a tripwire to ruin your day. With shulker boxes organized and lustrous in a tone that will torch you like desert grass. Who crafts furrows and times her attack. She's smelting out impurities and feeding her cat. I want a girl with a lectern and a full cauldron. Whose shield is emblazoned. I want a girl with good enchantments. On some server we will meet incidentally. We'll start to talk as we shoot skeletons. She wants a spawn with biome convenience. She wants a spawn that's in good repair. She's changing her aim from wither to dragon. She's trading her archery for a trident that's self-repairing. I want a girl with a lectern and a full cauldron.
Who's the guy who can conquer death? That's Joe Hills. He plays for Nashville when he plays Minecraft. That's Joe Hills. That's Joe Hills.
I'm headed down to somewhere, got my pickaxe in my hand. Yes, I'm headed down to somewhere, got my pickaxe in my hand. I'm headed down to somewhere, God knows where I am.
Welcome back from our hydration break, everyone. My name is Joe Hills. I'm broadcasting live from Nashville, Tennessee. Wow, I thought I must be dehydrated to blow through my first sippy cup. Like, this is a good amount of water. I blew through my first sippy cup in the first 16 minutes of the stream, pulled out the emergency bottle, ran through that, and then on the way back from the kitchen, I drank, like, the whole thing of Gatorade. I put some Gatorade powder and water in there, and I was just like, well, glad I queued up 2 extra songs, because, wow, I am thirsty. Okay. Good Mexican dinner, nice and salty, really catching up to me. Anyway, we need to thank Vorska Bobble. So thank you, Vorska Bobble, for that 20. We were 9 away from our next Face Camera expansion, but now we are 11 past. Who says, Merry Christmas from the UK. Love your videos and poetry. Your chill live streams have been helping me fall asleep through the pandemic. It's great to finally catch you live. I am glad to help, Vorska Bubble. Thank you very much. Or Vorska Bobble. Thank you very much. It's time to expand. Choo. Da 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 da. Wow, you can really see the wrinkles on my head now. Oof. Old Man Joe Hills. Old Man Joe Hills. Yep. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. I'm not that old. Just years are getting shorter. Lines on your face are getting longer. Feels like you're treading water. And the riptide's growing stronger. Don't panic. Can't jump ship. Can't fight it. Like City Hall. Yep. Okay, I'm going to stop singing. I can't even remember what album that's from. Tick, Tick, Boom. From Jonathan Larson. Yes. I've had that. I thought about doing a Christmas song about Christmas in 2020, and so I listened to that song a whole bunch, and then I was like, this song is too depressing. Maybe let's not do that. They're singing Merry Christmas, you just wanna curl up and cry. Yeah, that's no good. Let's not do that. Okay. CJ says, Joe, we buy a submarine but also use it as an Airbnb so it pays for itself. Store the barrels in one half, use the other half as a quaint 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath weekend beach getaway. I saw somebody using a Tesla as an Airbnb. We could rent, here's the thing though, is like renting a submarine as a B&B. It doesn't even need to be an Airbnb. I could live on the submarine and make breakfast for the bed and breakfast. I mean, it doesn't need to go anywhere, right? We just need to get a submarine that's already in port and might have like mechanical issues. Like we could hook up to dockside power. A bunch of people are saying water or hydro B&B. One person says air SUB. Yeah, don't make the eggs too watery. I should get CJ on the phone as a guest sometime. I have Sean on the show. CJ's usually busy, but things at his job have changed recently, so that might be more viable. Yeah. Also, keep in mind, my concept of recently, before you correct me on that, my concept of recently is any time in the last 5 to 8 years. One of the most disturbing things about watching the show Watchmen on HBO is I think a lot of my concept of time is kind of like Dr. Manhattan's more than it should be. Because, like, we keep seeing, like, how Dr. Manhattan's, like, jumping between experiences while also doing stuff in the present. And I think that's also how my brain cycles through memories. But everybody's also constantly, like, really disturbed by it. And I'm starting to think, like, maybe that's not how brains are supposed to work. So that's a separate problem. We'll deal with that later. The medical establishment is already overwhelmed. They don't need me showing up with my, like, hey, in terms of, like, time management. No, not like how much I can cram into one day, but like how my brain manages to think that something from 5 years ago happened yesterday. What do we do? Okay. Yeah. Okay. I think we need to record our next recording segment. And we might actually be ready to record an outro. No. We still need to finish the internal thing. We still have to finish the internal pillars. That's what we were doing when we had to take our hydration break. Okay, yeah, that's right. Okay. So this is coming along. Okay. Ruth says, I'm loving the spiral look. Thank you, Ruth. I'm really happy with how this is turning out on the whole. Oops. That one's gonna go there. That one will go there. Boom, boom, boom. Dun, 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 dun. Wait, no, that's... Hold on. I did this one entirely wrong. Yeah, let's make more snow blocks out of the random snowballs we have. Good, good, good. Thank you, Grace Winder, who says, it does look better than I thought. That's the Joe Hills difference. I keep your expectations low so that your spirits can soar. Wait, no, wait. This one was just right. Hold on. Yeah, okay. And then this one would be on the ground again. This is the one where they are all wrong except for the first one. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this feels pretty okay. And... Okay. Does the wrench mean CJ is a mod? Yeah, I set that so that people don't try to pretend to be him. Because there's no good way to VIP people. If there's a way to VIP people in Nashville, or not Nashville, in YouTube... I've had a really long day. I was up super late doing presents, and once I got done with the presents, I couldn't fall asleep. And I was like, usually when I can't fall asleep, it's because like I forgot to turn on the dishwasher, or I forgot to move the clothes to the dryer, or I forgot to lock the front door. And I kept getting up and walking around the kitchen and looking around the apartment. And I'm like, everything's done. The presents are under the tree. Because my daughter's going to be with the other side of the family for Christmas Day. So we did our Christmas presents opening today. Presents are under the tree. Dishwasher's running. Kitchen's clean. Door is locked. And I'm like, I can't sleep. I can't. So I kept getting up. And finally, at like 3:30 in the morning, I was like, I didn't put the candy in the stocking. And so I put the candy in the stocking and fell asleep at like 3:30. Which is not ideal. But it's just like, okay. Let's see. How can you VIP without affiliate? I don't know. Did I use this? I didn't know it was an affiliate thing. I just hit /VIP. We'll just leave these four as is. Okay. Yeah, so I'm hoping to get to bed earlier tonight. So, okay. I think what we should do is try... Can I sit on that llama? Zedolf? Oh, do I have to be open-handed? Okay. It's not tame. It's gonna drop me off and I'm gonna fall in the water. Okay. Core concept, though. while we wait for this llama to throw us, let's look at our YouTube outro thing here. Episode 58, Christmas area. I didn't write who to thank. Dang it. I thought I did this at like the first of the month. Because I had to check on Patreon who is who didn't cancel their subscriptions and stuff, so I know who to thank. Patreon.com. Patreon. It's got filters. So we want active, $50 a month, apply filters. Wait. This is... Okay. Okay, so then... Cool. Okay. When did Scar join the game? Did he just join now? Should I have said hello to him? Don't yell in all caps, Daniel. Okay. Are you spamming? Okay, you're spamming too, so I'm just going to time you out. Okay. This isn't Brood Hollow. You don't have to say hello 3 times. Scar left the game. Okay. Okay. Vidmaster says there needs to be either all snow or no snow. I actually like the spotty snow. Scar left the game and joined again. Is he having trouble? Okay. So, okay, if we're gonna thank Joy, we need to read a poem, and I think I might have had a poem in the notebook here that wasn't actually on the website. Are any of these worth it, though? I think some of these aren't very good. I had a poem about Lake Palmer at one point, and I don't know if I have it in here. Maybe I'm gonna do. Oh, man, did I ever read Sound Advice? I wrote a poem about Puget Sound once. Okay, maybe we should do that one. I don't think I've read that one this season. Maybe I never read it at all, because it's kind of dark. But you know, it's dark time of year. That's why we need to have festivals of lights and all that. So I think we are about ready. Yeah, let's do another recording. Dang, I saw the hibernation burger thing. Professional Minecraft. Start recording. Hermitcraft, Season 7, Episode 58, Segment Golf, Take 1. Well, folks, as you can see from up here on Zedolf the Red-Nosed Reindeer, I have taken it upon myself to fix the peppermints in play there. And I think that this is a good look for us. It really makes the whole build feel more three-dimensional, like in the distance especially. Let's say somebody's flying out here from over by Ethos Base. That doesn't look like just a uniform wall. Those pillars really stand alone individually. You know, they stand tall and proudly proclaim, I am. And what better can a pillar do? You know, pillars inside the Parthenon, done the same. Feeling pretty good about those. These four I kind of left as is. I don't know. You know, I've been brainstorming. Maybe we should have a statue inside the Parthenon to replace the statue of Athena, but I'm not sure maybe what that should be. So feel free to leave your suggestion for that in the YouTube comments section below. Anyway, one thing that I ran into while I was looking through my notes about Parthenon build schematics and like size and scale and proportions and all that was I found a poem I wrote about Puget Sound a long time ago, and I called it Sound Advice. I don't think that I ever actually got this one on the air, so here we go. I forgot to mention that I'm reading this poem in lieu of a mid-roll ad thanks to $50 a month Patreon sponsor Joy. So thank you very much, Joy, for bringing a little bit of extra time to all the folks watching. Here we go. Sound advice. I fear the tremors kept at bay, even more once the shaking stops. The bay roars out, the bay roars in. Run for the nearest hilltops. For if you awestruck walk the shores to take selfies sea bottom exposed, the bay roars out, the bay roars in. Crushed by depths is the death you chose. Until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring. Stream don't leave. That's not the end of the stream, just the end of the recording. So yeah, that's fun fact. There's this whole thing about how Native Americans near Seattle had this thing where they're like, yeah, don't build where Seattle is because every 100 years or so there's an earthquake and then the bay sucks all the water out and then there's a huge wave that comes in and destroys everything. And everybody was like, what? That's not a real thing. And so they built Seattle there anyway. It was like every 120, 130 years. And then eventually they matched it up with tidal wave records from Japan. And we're like, oh, well, that probably is a real thing. Let's just hope that doesn't happen anymore. So, it's just like, great. Good plan, everyone. I've heard, though, that the most dangerous kind of repetitive natural disasters, though, are the kind that happen every 4 or 5 generations, because it's just long enough for no one to believe it. But it's short enough that they end up claiming lives again and again. So, yeah. Anyway. I'm feeling pretty good about this build. So here's what we're going to do for episode 59. I don't think we're going to start filming episode 59 tonight, but what I'm thinking for episode 59 is we're going to build a bunch of countdown things to ring in 2021 that I'm going to use during my New Year's Eve stream. Now, I think we need 6 of these. One for German, like EU time, one for UK time, one for American Eastern, American Central, American Mountain, and American Pacific. So that's 6 New Year's. So we need 6 different, like, 2021 bring in the new year things. Yeah, Ungodly Screech says, I live in Seattle, and what it is the Juan de Fuca plate subducting under the Pacific plate. Every few hundred years, there's a massive earthquake. Yeah, that's the sort of thing I'm talking about. So, yeah. Very interesting green screen effect, says Von for Math. Thank you. Yeah, I'm wearing my green screen tank top under my fleece. And I'm not wearing my creeper mask, but I can if it makes you feel better. Do you feel more at home now, Von for Math? there's like adhesive on this tag at the top. I just took this off. Why would that? It was like pulling on my hair. I don't need that. It says copyright 2017, copyright 2017 disguise. Wait, look at this. Can I get that in here? Copyright 2017 disguise. Is that the name of a company? I guess it is. It's Disguise Inc. Okay. Huh. I thought that was just weird that it said disguise on it. But whatever. I guess we can have a plan. Yeah, unfortunately, this thing really compresses my nose. So if I wear it, it'll like... Oh, actually, with the headphones are actually kind of keeping it from hitting my nose too hard. But anyway. I feel like it makes me a little bit more nasal. I'm not going to be able to do every single time zone. Sorry, Australian people. You're going to have to watch a different stream for that. But anyway, so we need to make 6 different 2021 Ring in the New Year things. I'm not sure what they should be yet. Okay. So, yeah, the mask is very funny. It does green screen well. I like it. So, yeah, when we come back tomorrow night, because it's Saturday, so we're going to stream tomorrow, and we're going to stream Monday. When we come back tomorrow night, we're going to start working on our ringing in the New Year stuff. So that should be fun. Let's see. In the interest of I'm exhausted, though, I don't think... And I streamed for 2 hours earlier doing the... What do you call that? Doing the Manta Derail stream. Oh, Tempo is playing Homeworld on Twitch. Tempo I met at PAX East a few years back, and Homeworld I played that back in middle school. It's like a game where you have a ship, like your people were condemned to like exile on a planet in the middle of nowhere, and you discover FTL, and as soon as you go to FTL for the first time, because your planet is dying, the Galactic Empire attacks you because apparently you were exiled there for a reason that nobody remembers. But like it's still super illegal for you to go to space, and your planet dies and it's a whole thing. So you're like trying to find a new homeworld. It's a really cool game. It was one of the first like 3-dimensional space strategy games. And yeah, it was a huge part of my... I don't want to say childhood because it was middle school. But anyway, Tempo's playing it now. If you're looking for something different, yeah, you should go check that out. Tempo is really cool. So until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring. Do do do.